Hello everyone, it's Adam here. We have a Touratech, sorry I was thinking of another word there, steering stop for the R1200 GS Adventure liquid cooled. This was a really popular modification to do on GSs that were ridden off-road, 1150, 1100 GS. It's not as common now. And BMW's made a lot of engineering improvements to the steering stop, or the steering column here, where the wishbone toggle lever connects. But this is a pretty simple modification. You've got two little rubber bits here that go on the end of these guys. Some assembly required because you have to stick things on here and then stick more things here. And once you've done that, then you go around and you use some thread locker to mount this guy up to where the toggle lever and the forks meet. So let's go ahead and get started. We're just going to go to the first step here. I'm going to make it a little casual. Okay, so we've got two pieces here. These actually require pressing this thing through. So we've got this way up, press that way through. And there's only one in here, but really you're doing this, times two basically. That's pressing, but it's not actually gripping in. We'll have to figure that off camera. And then we have, they're saying to place two of these, or three of these nuts in here, these two holes, and then the hole in the bottom here. There's going to be that. And then after you're done with that part, up top we've got a little stick of thing here. So looking at it from this direction, we've got to put a piece up here, and then two up here and here. So I got my scissors and I'll do that now. I don't know if that's helpful. Oh, it looks like a crime scene in here. Hi, Porter. Porter's watching. I think he's trying to get me to play with him. I've been working on the bike all night, so I'm not surprised. So we have four pieces here. They're not really identified, so you're kind of just going to cut them into four equal bits there. So I'm just going to fold, cut down the middle, and then fold again, cut like that. It's really the only way to make sure this is straight. They didn't mark it or anything. Alright, and up top they're saying to place it vertically. There's also on the piece of metal, there's also no indication where the sticker goes, so we're just winging it, guys. Touratech is asking me to wing it, and you guys know how that goes. Alright, I got it to work. Here's what I did. I pushed it down, gave it a good, probably 180-degree twist, which got one of them started. I used this pick, but I didn't pick into the rubber. I went sideways in when pushed down, and on the other side, you can't see it because of the light, but I basically kind of went in here again, not using the pick, but the side of the pick, kind of pulled it back on each side, and that got it through. So that's good now. Alright, so put this to the side. We have this bunch of tools. And you can see here from this diagram, you're going to come down like this. You're going to put, let's make sure we have everything we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, with 1, 2, 3, 4 washers. Got a little sticker here. Straight down into the nuts that are in the three nuts that are in these side pieces here. And then on the bottom, you've got 1, 2. How do we? It said we needed 3 per, right? Are we short a couple here? Oh, that's 3. Yeah, 3 per side. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There are those 4. There are those 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're missing a couple here. 6, 4, 5, 6. We're good now. False alarm. Then when you're done, this bit goes on top here, like that. Now, as for this piece, this goes on the bottom. So we've got it oriented. We need to stick this dead center, it seems. Or maybe off to the left. Well, I'm going to figure this out and we'll go back to the bike and I'll show you guys on the bike. All right, so we're now at the front of the bike. And I want to show you guys exactly what we're talking about here. So one correction is those adhesive stickers go on the other side. So the Touratech logo is facing up and the stickers are facing down. Just a unfortunate footnote there. Let's get some different light here. Shady light. There we go, there's some more direct light there. Okay, so toe lever is here. We have this piece, Touratech logo is facing up like that. It's going down there. You're going to move the ESA cord cable out of the way if you have it. So that goes right there. And then underneath, we've got the piece, the lower bracket with the rubber stopper on it. That goes directly underneath. And then if you look at the pieces here, these are going to go facing out like this. They're going to go back here underneath. You got the two screws going straight down, and then you've got the screw here going up like that, so that when the fork closes in, it hits this guy instead. I kind of wish this was all one big piece of rubber. I mean, I feel like Touratech kind of cheaped out here. I mean, okay, fine, this isn't going to shatter this plastic that we're looking at, but the only thing absorbing this is going to be the rubber, a little bit of rubber here, and then it all gets transferred to the plastic. And for a part that I think that was $149 or something, I'd want a big hunk of rubber there. Although mounting it may be another story, but anyway. So let's get this done, and let me stop for a minute, I'll reset, and we'll get into filming. Okay, so we have the stopper there in place. One thing I'm still a little confused about is the included piece here at the top, because this is a Touratech logo, but it doesn't even seem to fit there. But it's showing in the picture a loose nut, which is kind of required for this piece to go into place. Well, no, actually not. It's a circle. I don't think it's necessary to come out. So maybe we'll just skip that part. So Touratech logo is facing up. I'm going to go ahead and put some nuts through. Let's make sure we have the right Allen. So what I've done here is I've taken this side and I went ahead and hooked everything together on this side. So I'm going to try to feed it behind here. Nope, so we cannot get the bottom one in. So I'm going to remove the bottom one and we'll just get the top in there, and then we will screw in the bottom piece once the top part's in place. Now, while I'm doing this, I should mention that if you weren't aware already, this is going to reduce the amount of steering angle you have on your bike. Now, if that matters to you, that's kind of a personal choice, right? But there we go. So I've got that in there now. And now to hopefully get these two together. So that's just something to keep in mind, I guess, when you're doing this to your bike, is that possibility that, you know, if you are a full lock kind of rider, then well, you're gonna pay the cost of having this thing installed. Now, sorry, that's a little bit loud. All I'm doing, by the way, is I'm getting these started. I'm not fully threading them down. Now, for me, I'm actually when I go full lock, it means that I have a little less stability. Now, part of that is just counterbalancing, so that side's in, but it's just something to keep in mind. You know, I kind of like that I'm going to lose a little bit. Well, I think I am. Let's switch to the other side, by the way, while I'm still talking to myself here. So we have our other side that's has the bottom nuts already in there. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Shoot, I forgot washers. Let's stop the video and I'll redo my mistakes and then come back to you guys. Okay, and we're back. I also forgot to put thread locker on, so double whammy. But we are back, so we've missed the shot there. Now I'm putting that in there. I'm not tightening it down, just so we can get the other side going. And I just realized you guys probably can't see this, can you? I'm coming in on top, and putting the other rubber, well, mostly plastic thing in here. All right, switch sides a little bit here and figure out how we can make this work. That's actually unhooked over here. Okay. Now, that would make the most sense. Wouldn't be like that, would it? So it says we're putting this piece here with the circle side facing forward, but that would mean putting it behind the steering damper, the OEM steering damper, which it looks like what we're doing. We're putting it behind the steering damper. Huh. I'm gonna proceed with installing this, but just know I am boycotting, or I'm calling shenanigans. I declare shenanigans. So right there, that's the rubber steering stop with those sides. I'm a little surprised that they had us hook the steering stop behind the damper and not into the actual, not between the damper and the telelever and fork, mounting point. But they're the experts, right? Oh, what the hell? That's a. You guys see this or not, but we're going to be right here. Okay, so here's the final view of what our steering stop looks like. I'll be doing follow-up videos on all this stuff once we're actually riding again, because right now I can't really show you the maximum turn because I have the front wheel off. But as you can see up here, if you move these cables out of the way and get the other light involved, this is the really, in my opinion, low-cost kind of solution here. But you've got this little rubber piece, and behind it is just plastic, and then on top of it you've got the there's just the 3 screws there present, just because I haven't finished the installation yet. But basically that's what it looks like. You've got it's a pretty solid install there. I mean, it looks good. I think it doesn't move. It won't move a bit. I've tried to move this thing around even with those 3 screws installed. It's solid for sure. So you look underneath here, you've got it under there. It's hooking underneath this here where the stabilizer is. Not stabilizer. I'm drawing a blank. I know what it's called, but I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, I think this is what it's going to do, though. It's definitely going to decrease the amount of turn angle you have by about a solid inch, which probably equates to about 15 degrees, 10 or 15 degrees. So, if you're really great at counterbalancing, it's a big deal. If you're not great at counterbalancing and you rarely go full lock, then not going to notice it too much. But when you do dump the bike and it really falls directly on those forks, then you're going to be glad you have this. So the only real negative would be that that's plastic and this is rubber, and it's really just a tiny little piece of rubber. Other than that, it's not a bad setup, and I think it mounts really nicely. It's not going anywhere. It's mounted completely solidly to the telelever, and not a bad modification. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and as always, have a nice day.